head start if you are among the very young and hard. And if you should survive to 105, forget all you'll derive out of being alive. And here is the best part, you have a head start if you are among the very young at heart.
Hey, Pitsy Loo Hoo, how are you? How goes it?
Unforgettable.
That sounds good.
What you
CQ.
are.
I figured we needed a little Rat Pack to go with this mob book tonight. Ooh, you seen Cold Dentons? Looks like a latest. It's a plaything. This is what happens when the consent is no longer safe and sane. Plaything.
Never before has someone been more
Oh well. Oh, I know.
in every way
This is Nat King Cole here, though.
and forevermore.
That's how you'll stay. That's why, darling, it's incredible that someone so unprepared. Why is Nina tagging people in this?
Unforgettable too.
I know Nat King Cole is one of my favorites. It's incredible. How'd the kiddos do today? Sorry.
Unforgettable in every way.
I mean, you don't know how the kiddos did today.
That's how you say.
I'm here a little bit too early tonight. That's why, darling, it's incredible. There's someone so. Yeah, I know. It's raining here. The mountains, it's snowing. Tell my brother, I said, send me some video of the snow so I can show Nina. Ooh. Lots of winter sales going on right now. A lot of good books. I need to stop buying books. I can't read them all. Jackie's in the house. It's party time in the house. Neener Beaner. You know, my hair looks like a mess. I don't even care. Ooh. We have crossed the 200 mark. We have 201 people subscribed to the YouTube channel now. Whoop whoop. You did so good. Did you bring your toys? I brought mine. Hey, princess. I need to go buy you one of those that I bought me and the girls. It's a handy little feller. And it's kind of discreet. Ooh. Dina, is Carly coming tonight? You want one of these? Or do you want one of the my little fellers I got? Guess I sleep right there a lot, huh? Which is why I probably turn my hair, try to get my hair over the side. Okay, I'll order you one. Carly's in the house. Whoop, 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 whoop. Carly, I brought my toy tonight. Am I going to need it? Who doesn't love Michael Bublé? Remind me tomorrow and I'll order you one. They're not very expensive. What the go all the way over there for? Come here and behave yourself. It's not a microphone though. That's the thing. I don't know where my microphone is on this. Can you hear it? Shelf's dusty. No, the one I'm talking about is only about the one I'm gonna send you. It's only about that long. Oh, it's handy, little feller. I know Nina and Vincey got their toys. Y'all, this rain is killing me. We got rain in the mountains. I got snow. I'm over winter. I am completely over winter time. Yeah, I still can't read it. Is the music loud enough? Too loud? Accelerate. Sense. You ain't got no cigarettes. Miller. Dean Martin sung that one. Okay. Oh, yeah, now I hear him. I didn't let it play long enough. By no means king of the road. That's my man there. I love me some Dean Martin. Actually, there's not much on this station I don't like. This is my favorite station. It's kind of the reason my room is being decorated the way it is.
old stogies I have
All
found.
right, are we ready to get started? 8:05. So,
Sure not to
Corrupted Angels number 3. It's Vito Strip Search.
know me.
Arrgh. You can
He's
strip search me. There you go. By Miss Carly Davis,
and all of the children all of their
the
names.
Queen of Sexy. That right, Miss Carly.
Out in
All
every
right,
town.
so I'm gonna read a little bit. I'm gonna read the blurb, and then I'm gonna jump to chapter
I
2.
sing
So,
tribute
Vito Caruso, a loyal soldier to Angelo Valentino,
to the
cold and heartless,
Mississippi.
a cold-blooded killer.
Go, go, go.
Family means everything to him. Protect his
Got
king no
no
matter the repercussions.
secrets of a
Until her,
few
the
hours.
feisty woman he captures by the order of his king. She's a crucial witness to a murder. The longer he's around her, the more she makes him feel. Mixed emotions bubble to the surface, makes him want her. She sees him for what he truly is, a poor soul tortured by his demons. A darkness looms over him, making him seem like a beast, but not to her. She sees his secrets, his truths, knows he's in love with a woman he can never have. This saucy brunette makes him question where his true loyalties stand. Family is forever, but her, she is what he craves, what he needs. It's either them or her. Hell, I'm just gonna read chapter 1 because it ain't but 2 pages long. So, and I'm gonna start at 1 and we'll go through 5. Usually need them anyway. Extra anyway. Chapter 1, Vito. Fucking Angelo. Damn, Viviana. Just fuck them both. I tracked the brunette to one of Angelo's clubs and watched her from the corner of the room. She glanced around her surroundings until she locked eyes with me. Her eyes widened and darted towards the back. Hell no, sweetheart. You're not getting away from me. Getting up from the chair, I blew out a harsh breath and followed her to the back of the club. Stupid fucking girl, I whispered as I stepped into the room. She backed into the wall, her eyes glistening with fresh tears. I walked towards her in a predatory stance and gripped her arm. You have to come with me. Please, the frantic woman whimpered and closed her eyes. My fingers wrapped around her neck as my voice demanded, Look at me. Please, I didn't tell the police anything. Smart girl. But you still have to come with me. My boss wants to see you. Let go, she cried. I leaned in and inhaled her scent. Fear and the smell of her sweet perfume invaded me. My lips grazed her neck as she struggled to break free. Her hips bucking against my cock caused it to stir. I squeezed her throat and growled, Careful, or I might have to fuck you before I kill you. She only fought harder, causing me to go completely rigid under the zipper. She whispered, Go ahead, do your worst. Hurt me, kill me. I don't care as long as you make it quick. I reached into my jacket and pulled out my gun. Cocking it, I pressed it against her temple. We can do this the easy way or the hard way. Your choice, sweetheart. Fuck you. I smacked the side of her head, knocking her out, and grinned as she fell into my arms. Hard way it is, then. Chapter 2, Vito. I watched the girl come to and moan as she opened her eyes. She struggled against the rope, wildly looking at her surroundings. I stepped into the light and gave her a sardonic grin. I tried to do it the easy way, but you just had to be difficult. Oh, I tried to do it the easy way, but you just had to be difficult. Let me go, she demands. What's your name? Go to hell, she spat. I've got orders to question you. Now, tell me your fucking name, girl. I growl. No. Brandy Mitchell it is. I know that's not your real name. I did a nationwide search and got nothing. So, tell me your name, your real one. My name is Sabina. Sabina Romanov, she whispered. I narrowed my eyes, my gaze darkening. You're Russian, but seem to hide the accent. You seem to hide. You're Russian, but seem to hide the accent real well.
And the land is dark, and the moon is
Stronzo, let me go! And knows her Italian well. I grabbed the roll of duct tape and tore off a piece. Slapping the tape over her mouth, I smirked. So nobody hears you scream. With her being Russian causes problems, a complication. But I also couldn't deny that she made my dick hard. Stop it, Vito. She's the enemy. Nina can't make up your mind. How many are you gonna log into tonight? I dialed Angelo, but he didn't answer. The motherfucker was probably fucking Mateo's sister. I frowned, making the girl raise a brow. Okay, you being Russian changes things. I'm gonna have to give you a strip search. You gonna cooperate? She nodded. I untied her and gestured to her clothes. She ripped the tape her off and screamed, "Fucking asshole! Strip!" I demanded. What? I'm not gonna get naked. Sweetheart, do you want to do this the hard way? Take off your clothes and put your hands on the wall. Legs spread. Spread your thighs, sweetheart. I'll be gentle. There's this little thing called a cord you plug into. It plugs into your tablet and into the wall, and you can charge it. Messing me up. My cock swelled as I watched her spread her thighs. Her legs laid flat on the wall, making me groan. She turned her head and smiled. Are you gonna search me or I fuck me? Storming across the room, I grabbed her by the hair and yanked her head back. What do you fucking say to me? Vito. Oh, wait a minute. Vito, what the hell are you doing? I told you to question her, not fuck her. Angelo said coolly. Boss, I tried to call you, but you didn't answer, I muttered. Angelo curved his lips, mocking me. You should come to my room. By that time I'd already finished with Viviana. I clenched my jaw and released Sabina's hair. I turned to him and muttered, I didn't want to disturb you. I didn't want to hear her moans, to hear her beg him to fuck her harder. Are you sure that's the reason? Yes. He pursed his lips and glanced at Sabina. Put your clothes back on. I need to have a chat. Sabina frantically put her clothes back on and stood there nervously. Angelo stepped forward and studied her. What's your name? Good luck, boss. Sabina Romanov. Angelo jerked his head to the side and narrowed his eyes. She's Russian? A fucking Romanov at that? Vito, did anyone see you take her? No. I want her guarded at all times. She doesn't leave your sight. You can't be serious. Dead serious. He turned to Sabina. I need to know what you saw or heard. And then you'll let me go? She asked. Sorry, but it's too risky. You will be safe here. Tears began to roll down her cheeks as she whispered, You can't tell anyone about me. I'm. You're what? I'm not supposed to be alive, she breathed out. I won't tell anyone, but I need to know about the murder. About Carmela? Did she know her? She nodded. She helped me escape them and got me a new identity. I think that's what got her killed. I ran as fast as I could until one of your men kidnapped me. Angelo's eyes darkened. Did you fucking know Carmela was missing? No, I didn't, since I'm not the one who fucked her. Watch your tone. I flashed a fake smile and bowed. Of course, boss. I've got a new job for you. Your new mission is to protect Sabina at all costs. If she dies, it would be chaos. Sabina muttered. Great. Great. I get to do all these voices and I can't determine where I'm at. Vito, take her upstairs to your room. She'll be staying in there with you. She gasped in disbelief. Me with him? I can't stay there. He just tried to give me a full body search. I even thought he was going to violate me. Don't flatter yourself. I'm not into that. If I fuck you, it will be consensual. I gripped her by the arm and stormed up to my room. I shoved her to the sofa and said, Rule number 1, do as I say. What are the other rules? Rule number 2, see rule number 1. Fuck you. Don't curse. I don't like it. Fuck, 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 Sabina taunted. Watch your mouth, sweetheart. Go to the bathroom and get cleaned up. I'll get you some clothes. Who's Viviana? I gripped her chin harshly and squeezed. None of your fucking business. Now go get cleaned up before you piss me off more. You're in love with a woman you can't have, she whispered. I dropped my hand. You know nothing. I know more than you think. Go shower. I hissed through clenched teeth. Sabina sighed and went into the bathroom, leaving me angry. I was pissed at the girl. Sabina had barely been here 24 hours and already had me wound up. Not even Viviana made me feel that uptight. Knocking on Viviana's door, I watched her open it and smile. Vito? I need to borrow some of your clothes. I have a guest. Her eyes widened. You have a woman over? That's great news. Yes. I told her half the truth. She picked out a few outfits and thrust them in my arms. If you need anything else, just ask. I can't wait to meet her. I nodded and made my way back to my bedroom. I stepped inside and froze. Sabina was drying herself off, and it was wrong, but I couldn't tear my eyes away. It wasn't until I lowered my eyes, stopping at her lower back. Fine lines littered her skin. She widened her eyes as she turned around, meeting my gaze. I tossed the clothes to the bed and muttered, Sorry, I'll turn around so you can get dressed. Chapter 3, Sabina. I could see the darkness in his eyes as I asked him about Viviana, the pain in his eyes when the name escaped my lips, so much anger radiating off of him when I stated that he was in love with her. Vito was complicated and had so many walls built up around him. I know because I've done the same thing. A tear slipped down my face as I remembered the last words Carmela spoke to me. She wasn't blood related, but she was like a sister to me. She always tried to protect me from her brother. He was a monster, a complete sadist. I was taken by him at the age of 18. Carmela was the first friend I had, a true friend and sister. Sabina, come quickly. I've packed you a bag and provided you a new identity and money. There's a ticket to Italy for you. I want you to live your life, be free from this corrupted world. But what about you? If he finds out, Carmela hugged me and kissed my forehead. Don't worry about me. I'll be just fine. Let's get you out of here. I know a place you can stay until the morning. Then I'll make sure you get on your flight safely. And remember, I love you. I love you so much. Why do I feel like this is goodbye? It's not goodbye. It's a see you later, sister. I opened my eyes as I turned around to see Vito watching me. Vito threw the clothes to the bed and muttered, "Sorry, I'll turn around so you can get dressed." Damn it, did he see my scars? I slid the dress over my head, pulling it over my body. You can look now. Vito turned around, his eyes narrowed as he stepped forward. I backed away, not knowing what his intentions were. I walked backwards until I hit the wall. He slammed his palms against the wall and hissed, "Who did that to you?" "Please, I don't want to talk about it." "Tell me," he demanded as he pressed up against me. I closed my eyes and took a deep breath. "I can't tell you. One person is already dead because of me. I can't have any more blood on my hands." "What is that supposed to mean?" "It means the less you know, the better off you'll be." Vito slid one arm around my waist and glanced down to my lips. His eyes flickered from my lips back up to my eyes, like he wanted to act on his thoughts, to kiss me. "You know you want him to. So sorry." "So sorry. I shouldn't have done that," Vito muttered, his cheeks flushed. "Vito, whose clothes are these?" "That's none of your concern." "These belong to Viviana, the girl you..." "Yes, they belong to the girl I'm in love with. Are you fucking happy now?" "I'm sorry." "Let's just forget this happened and wipe the slate clean. I have something I need to discuss with you." "What is it?" "I need you to do me a favor. Viviana doesn't know that you were taken or that you're under our protection. I'm going to need you to act like we're what?" He pinched the bridge of his nose and sighed. "She thinks you're my guest. She thinks we're a couple." "Why would she think that?" "Because I couldn't tell her the truth. She doesn't know about the murder or that you're a key witness. We need to keep it that way." "So, how's that going to work? You're so you and I'm so me. You're closed and cold. You're closed off and cold. I'm full of fire and mouthy. This is going to be a disaster." "Then we can burn together. All you have to do is act like we've been seeing each other. If she asks, we met at Angelo's club." "We did meet at his club." Flashes a smirk. "Good. Then it won't be a lie when you tell her." "We haven't even kissed. The only thing you've done is eye fuck me." Vito cut my face and crashed his lips against mine. I wrapped my arms around his neck and deepened the kiss. He slid his tongue between my lips, making it a fight for dominance. When he pulled away, I curled his lips and smirked. "Now we have."
Nowhere to go. Now you're here.
Why did he have to do that? Vito held out his hand and wrapped it around my wrist. "It's time for dinner. I'm supposed to introduce you to everyone." Vito led me downstairs to the dining room and cleared his throat. "This is Sabina, my girlfriend." There was a total of 5 people sitting there with their eyes fixed on me. The blonde, I'm assuming is Viviana, glanced to me, then to Vito. She broke out in giggles and clapped her hands. "Oh, how exciting! We're going to be the best of friends." Vito stiffened when "friends" came out of her mouth. Angelo cleared his throat, a smile at the corner of his mouth. "It's nice to finally meet the girl who can put up with this cranky fool." Vito clenched his jaw but kept his cool. I took a seat and glanced up at him. He pulled out a chair and took a seat next to me. Vito scooted his chair closer to me and leaned down in my ear. "Don't freak out." Vito cut my face and crushed his lips against mine, catching me off guard. I knew this was just a show, but it felt good to be kissed again. It almost felt like it was normal. I knew better though. This was just an act to him in hopes to make someone jealous. I know this because I've done it before. When he pulled away, he raised a brow as he glanced at Angelo. We going to eat or what? I leaned over and whispered in his ear, What the fuck was that? He leaned into my neck and kissed my ear. That was me taking control of the situation. I'm done playing nice with them. Chapter 4. Vito. The look on everyone's face was priceless. I especially loved the look of disbelief when Angelo from Angela when I kissed Sabina. Ooh. I wanted to let him know he wasn't in control of the situation. Angelo needed to know how it feels to have no power. Did I enjoy kissing Sabina? Hell yes. Was I going to do it again? Most likely. Matteo sat between Iviana and Melina with his mouth slack, like he couldn't believe his eyes. Viviana's eyes nearly popped out of her head when I connected my mouth with Sabina's. Lord, these voices. So, you're Sabina? Matteo asked, raising his brow to me. I hissed my teeth. I just fucking said that. Do you need a fucking hearing aid? Still the same cranky man. Maybe you need to have your girlfriend help loosen you up. Apologize to her. You want me to respect you? Well, I'm sick of playing games. You don't demand it, you earn it. Matteo, don't you have something to say? Angelo muttered. Yeah, I'm sorry. He has a ginormous stick embedded up his ass and a total douche. Matteo! Viviana hissed. Don't be rude to our guest. Apologize, Matteo. Angelo glared. Sorry. Matteo muttered. Now, now that's settled. Can we eat our dinner without drama? Sabina ate her food in silence while everyone else went about their business. I pushed my plate away, leaning back. Sabina placed her hand over my thigh and asked, You're not going to eat? Sadly, I've lost my appetite. Suddenly, I have a craving for something else. What do you want? I can help Vinny prepare it. Angelo stated. I don't think he has what I want. I said, glancing at Sabina. Oh, what is it you crave? Something that isn't on the menu. Sabina let her hand slide over and gripped my cock through my pants. She squeezed hard, making me widen my eyes. Sabina, are you done? I'd like to go for a walk. She nodded and I grabbed her hand, leading her out of the back. I took her to the garden and stopped. Sabina knitted her brows and looked up at me. Are all the dinners that intense? No, I'm just really on edge today. She licked her lips and cut my cock. Maybe I can help. Is it what a good is it what a good girlfriend would do? I didn't mean that you want to go up to your room or are you up to doing it out here? I wide my eyes. What? Right here? Well, we are supposed to be giving them a show, yes? You don't have to, I whispered. It's my scars, isn't it? You don't want. No, it just feels like I'm taking advantage of you. I don't want that. Don't ever feel like the scars make you ugly. Your imperfections make you beautiful. Your scars define who you are, makes you stronger. You act like you're speaking from experience. You act like you're speaking from experience. I know what it's like to be a tortured soul. Vito, what happened to you? Sabina asked, tracing the scar on my cheek. If I tell you, will you tell me about you? Then maybe we can bleed together. It was Carmela's stepbrother. He did those things. How do you know Carmela? The truth. She closed her eyes and took a deep breath. Simon, Carmela's stepbrother, he took me when on my 17th birthday. He tortured me, hurt me. Then when he desired me, he took from me. Carmela was going to get me out of the country to keep me safe. She she died trying to protect me. Uh, Fuck Sabina. I whispered, not knowing what to say. He's still out there looking for me. I'm never going to be free from Simon. He'll come for me and then he'll kill me. Nice and slow. He's not going to touch you. No, she cried, fisting my shirt. Sabina, do you know what this means? What? It means that Angelo is going to want revenge. When he killed Carmela, he murdered one of his people. Carmela might have been Simon's stepsister, but she was a Valentino. Christ, this is bigger than I thought. And then we find out you're a Romanov, you're practically royalty. That's why you're under our protection. If you die, an all out war breaks out. I don't understand. You are Russian royalty. Russian royalty? I want nothing to do with those cunts. They're monsters. Simon told me my father sold me to him. And you believe him? Yes, my father hated me. Why would Simon lie to me? Simon isn't getting you back. He's as good as dead. Why are you protecting me? Because I don't know. I just know I don't want you to get hurt. But you don't know me. What's so special about the Romanov name? Sabina, you are. I am what? Vinny, the man who prepared the food. He's your brother. His name is Vinny Romanov. He's the rightful king of Russia. Angelo has been planning his return to overthrow Simon's father. No, Sabina whispered, staggering backward. Sabina swayed, shaking her head viciously. I wrapped my arms around her waist and pulled her to my chest. She looked up to me with tears streaming down her face as she closed her eyes. I picked her up and carried her back inside. Angelo and Mateo narrowed their eyes as I carried her up to my room. I placed her gently onto the bed and covered her up. As I turned around, Angelo stood in the doorway and hissed, I told you not to fucking tell her yet. And I told you I'm done playing games. I won't lie to the girl. She had a right to know. This is why I sent Mateo to fucking Russia. So he could get on the inside and get the information I needed. Vinny said, I don't give a fuck what he said. She needed to know. If I didn't know any better, I would think you've finally gotten over Viviana. Please don't fight, Sabina's weak voice whispered. I'm right, yes? Angelo asked. Just go, boss. I need to be alone right now. Angelo cocked his head to the side and pursed his lips. I was wondering how long it was going to take. I was wondering how long it was going to take. What is that supposed to mean? It means I'm proud you finally decided to stand up to me. I respect that. I respect you. Vito, chapter 5. You betcha, horny bitches. I wasn't a weak man, but Sabina's strangled voice stirred something inside me. Please don't fight. Her tortured voice made me ache. It hurt me to hear her in pain. I was usually good at hiding my emotions to everyone, a stoic soldier, a man void of any feelings. But her, she affected me. Ever since dinner, my heart thrummed against her chest, a continuous thumping every time I looked at her. Since the first time I kissed her, she brought out a different kind of man. My voice is drying out. I just wished I could get some of that. I glanced over to her, her eyes burning into me, haunting me with her gaze. She bit her lip, tucking a strand of her hair behind her ear, and asked, Vito, what's going to happen to me? How I wanted to wrap her chocolate hair in my fist and do things to her. Was this how Angelo felt about Viviana? Matteo with his girls? I felt a strong urge to protect her, hide her away from Simon, keep her out of harm's way. I sat on the edge of the bed, reaching for her face. I cupped her jaw, brushing my thumb against her soft skin, and assured her the best I could. Nothing is going to happen to you. I'll protect you until my last breath. Why did I just say that? This isn't a real relationship. I wasn't hers. She wasn't mine. This is just a ruse to hide the fact Sabina was here against her will. I squeezed my eyes shut. Squeezed my eyes shut. Trying to shake away the pain. Sabina's hand cut my cheek, making my eyes fly open and grip her wrist. She gasped, Vito! I'm sorry. I'm just not used to being touched. I kept my hand firmly around her wrist as she tried to scoot away from me. Please, Vito. There's that voice again. Painfully full of emotion, making me feel hurting for her. I wanted to take away the pain. I'm sorry, my love. I won't let it happen again. I promised, pressing my lips to the inside of her wrist. My love? What the fuck was that, Vito? Sabina parts her lips, letting out a soft moan. That moan made me groan as my cock began to stir. Suddenly, the name Viviana was non existent. The only woman I could see was Sabina. Placing her wrist in her lap, I shifted and adjusted myself. Hopefully, she wouldn't take notice of my very much there erection. Y'all ready? Get them toys warmed up. She smiled as our eyes met, then lowered down to my lap. Do you need to be alone? To No, don't go, I begged. That's new. Since when does Vito beg a girl he barely knows to stay? Is that what you really want, though? Yes, I whispered, my voice strained and needy. I meant what I said earlier. Huh? That I would relieve you or, pleasure you, she said, gesturing to my cock. It was my turn to smile. As much as I would love that, I don't want to use you. For some reason, I don't want to hurt you. She reached for me, placing her hand over my cock. You won't. I narrowed my eyes and darkened my gaze. I'm not like any man you've ever met. I'm dark, twisted, and like to be in control. I can handle it. I have no doubt you can, but I get it. Your heart still belongs to her. I can be her if you want me to. I don't want you to be her. I want you to be Sabina. Mine. She swallowed thick, nervously unbuckling my belt. I sucked in a breath as she popped the button and pulled the zipper down. I couldn't move. So much arousal pumping through my cock. She leaned over as she wrapped her slender fingers around me and took me in her mouth. Sabina, it feels so good. Wrapping her hair around my fist, I pushed her head down. Never in all my life had I felt so much pleasure. Her hot mouth tightened around my cock as she bobbed her head up, down, sucking me, flicking her tongue, waking up a beast I had kept contained for years. Vito! Angelo! Matteo barged through and froze. In case you missed it, I'm fucking busy. Why did I fucking stutter? Get the fuck out. I hissed as she sucked faster. I expected her to pull away, but that wasn't the case. She only sucked my cock like a damn pro. Fuck, it feels so good, I groaned. I'll tell him you're busy then, Mateo muttered, slamming the door behind him. My hips jerked as she looked up to me, desperately trying to bring me to a full orgasm. My head rolled back as my eyes closed. This was fucking heaven. A dream come true. I forced her head harshly on my cock as I spilled into her mouth. I pulled my cock out of her mouth and swallowed. She pulled my cock out of her mouth and swallowed my cum, seductively wiping the corner of her mouth. Holy shit. Did I do good? He bought the story. I'm your girlfriend, yes? You were amazing. Why don't you lie back on your back and I'll return the favor? I've never, nobody's ever gone down on me before. Seriously? Nobody? So I'll be your first? Yes. Lie back and spread your legs, love. Let me pop your oral cherry. Sabina laid back and spread her thighs. Lift your dress for me higher. I want to see all of you. I leaned down between her legs and spread her thighs wider, licking my lips. I can't wait to see if you taste as good as you look. One more chapter, all right? Chapter 6, Sabina. His dark, stormy eyes stayed locked on mine as he gripped my thighs. He jerked them further apart and growled in an animalistic, low voice. I'm dying to taste you. His hand slid up and clenched the waistband of my panties, tearing them in half. I gripped the headboard and gasped as the fabric tearing sounded in the room. He leaned down and licked his lips hungrily. Brace yourself. I haven't eaten in a while. Vito ran his tongue along the slit and hummed in approval. Just the way I like it, bear. Vito, please. I pleaded as he slid one hand over my pussy and spread the slit. Beg me. Tell me where you want my mouth. Vito flicked his tongue and moaned in delight. Just, just like I knew you'd taste. Sinfully delightful. Without warning, his mouth latched onto my clit and I sucked greedily. I bucked my hips, but he hissed as he gripped my hips in place. No, I'm in control. The way he demanded control made my stomach flutter. My chest heaved up and down as he circled my clit and slid his tongue inside me. Oh, fuck, Vito! He groaned against me as I thrashed, holding on for dear life. This man's tongue was magical. I'd never felt so much pleasure at one time. Vito dug his hands in my flesh as he pleasured me with his mouth. Had I known it was this good, I'd have tried it sooner. He pulled away and grinned. You taste good, addictive, and sweet. Don't stop, Vito. Please, don't stop. I don't plan to stop until you're flowing in my mouth like wine. Vito lunged, taking my clit between his teeth and flicked his tongue. My insides burst when his tongue stroked my most sensitive part, sending me into an overdrive. Tears leaked from my eyes as he slid two fingers inside me, making me spill into his mouth. Fuck! I'm going to, I'm going to come, Vito! I cried out, bucking my hips wildly. That's it. Let me taste those juices. Feed me, sweetheart. Oh my gosh! I panted through my raspy breath. Oh Lord, I'm getting lightheaded from all the heavy breathing. Not God, just Vito, he murmured, pulling away from my pussy. Vito licked the remnants of my juices from his lips and said, Don't think that's the last time I'll taste you. Now that I've had a sample of your pussy, I'm addicted. I pulled my dress down and scooted to the end of the bed and met his gaze. You never did tell me how you got that scar. In due time, love. Vito reached out, taking my chin in my hand, and whispered, Why didn't I meet you sooner? What do you mean by that? It means, he paused and shook his head. I'll tell you later. Why don't we go downstairs and get something for you to eat? I'm not hungry. If you haven't forgotten, I've eaten. So have I, and it was delicious. I stepped forward and wrapped my arms around her waist, kissing her cheek. Thank you. Thank you. For what, love? For finding me before Simon did. He tilted his head, capturing my lips. What is it about you? Why can't I keep my hands off of you? Vito's forehead creased as if he was deep in thought inside. Whatever he was thinking about must be painful. Maybe he was thinking about Viviana, or perhaps regretting what he did. I really couldn't tell. He was a complicated man, dark and mysterious. He held secrets, had a painful past, just like me. I like you, Vito blurted out. Okay, I like you too. No, Vito sighed. I really like you. Vito, I don't know why, but I want you. I want you to be mine. You know nobody is watching us, right? No, damn it, he hissed. I don't care about that little charade anymore. I want you to be mine. Vito took a hold of my shoulders and backed me into the wall. His eyes narrowed and dark. I shut my eyes, refusing to look at him, and whispered, You don't want me. Look at me, Sabina, he demanded. For the first time in my life, I know what I want. And what is that you want? You. I fucking want you. I won't be a replacement. I won't be her, I whispered. I don't want you to be her, damn it. I want you to be Sabina. I want you to be you, Sabina Romanov, mine. Vito, Angelo wants you, Mateo yelled through the door. It's you I want, sweetheart, he assured me. Vito, boss says to bring Sabina to the office. Vinny wants to meet her. Mateo yelled once again. I'll be there when I'm there, asshole. Just hang on. Vito kissed the top of my head and hugged me tight. I won't let anything happen to you. I'll be there to protect you. Vito led us down to Angelo's office and whispered in my ear, I'll be right beside you. It's going to be okay. But would it? Can Vito protect me from the inevitable from happening? He stepped into Angelo's office and sat down on the sofa across from Angelo and Vito. We stepped into Angelo's office and I sat down on the sofa across from Angelo and Vinny. The man, Vinny, glanced at Vito and nodded. Angelo clapped his hands together and announced, Since someone decided to start the family reunion early, let's get on with it. Yes, Sabina, meet Vinny Romanov, your brother. All right, that's it. Y'all got your sex scene. Now go have fun. Yeehaw! All right, now then. And that was Miss Carly's Vito strip search. Sunday, I've got Amanda. Oh gosh, her last name. I know how to spell it. I just don't know how to read. Marjorie. Is that how you say her last name, Nina? Marjorie. Majori. I am reading a few chapters of one of hers. Stairway to Heaven. Is that the one I'm reading?
If you smile through your fear and sorrow,
Anyways, it'll be 1 o'clock Sunday.
You'll see the sun come shining through
Um,
for you.
well,
Light up your face with gladness. Hide every trace of sadness. Although the
yep,
tears
Stairway to Heaven. So,
ever so near,
everybody be here at 1 o'clock Sunday for me to that. It's actually a lesbian love story or sex story or something. So, Stairway to Heaven. Something different we haven't read in a while. So bring it on and let. Yeah, Jackie got your attention that time, didn't it, sister? Six, lesbian six, lesbian six. And I could add to it more. It's even like a schoolgirl type thing. So get your asses, happy asses, back here with your toys. Come Sunday at 1 o'clock. Until then, everybody have a good weekend. Stay dry, warm, whatever your weather is. Mine's wet and gonna be cold. So um enjoy it. And go read for a while. It's almost the weekend. We need to read. Catch up on our reading. All right, everybody. I love you and happy reading.